Rain, rain, please go away.
So it's about an hour and 15 minutes.
I'm just gonna have some of the lunch that are. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Motonosity and welcome to the Sunday Build Series. Right now we're working on my 2015 Honda CRF450R and we're converting it into a Supermoto. If you're new to the series or you think you might have missed a video, you can check down in the description, see all of the links to the different parts, or you can just check out the full playlist link, which I will link down there as well. But today we're trying to wrap up a lot of the little things that we haven't finished on the bike. We've pretty much done all of the big things. It's just a lot of loose ends that we got to tie up. All right, so here's the list of the stuff that we still have. We have the Trail Tech Vapor Kit, which is gonna be the speedometer for the bike. We just gotta wire that up and mount it onto the handlebars. I gotta finish up the front fender. I started on it in the last video, but I still wanna modify the shape of it a little bit. We might make a change to the brake line on the front wheel. So in the last video, or the one before, we routed the brake line on the front, but we routed it on the inside of the forks, which is where I preferred to have it, and it's where it is on my WR. But just to avoid any potential rub on the wheel or the rotor, which I really don't think would happen, but just to be safe, we're gonna route that on the outside of the fork. The other thing is we still gotta bleed those brakes. We worked on that a lot already, but we still don't have it building pressure, so we're gonna be working on that a little bit. We got the whole rear wheel, rear sprocket, front sprocket, chain, all of that still has to be worked on. We need to make sure that we have that chain aligned and that we don't have any rub, or at least as little rub as possible. So I think I might be able to do everything standard, so not flipping the front sprocket, not using a spacer, not using a rear sprocket spacer, and just do everything normally and still not have too much rub. So I'm gonna try that. I do have a chain block that I have coming in, so we're gonna try that as well. We have the tail light, still have to mount that and wire that up. We have the kickstand. We have the bolts on the Stator cover that we have to swap out because I broke one of them. Still have the Boysen super cooler that I need to install, and I think that's it. I think those are all the main things that we got. I'm sure there's gonna be something that we come across that we still need to finish up, but those are the main things. So yeah, let's get started. So here's the bolt that I broke before that was for the Stator cover, but I got a whole new set of bolts for that. New gasket in case we need it, but we might not. So yeah, we're gonna replace all that right now.
That's the other one I thought was gonna break. Okay, now hold on. I will fix this.
Yeah, so what happened? The head just stripped off it?
Yeah, and I can get a grip on it, kind of, but.
Here, I got smaller ones.
So I don't like using the tools I have. You gotta drill a hole down the center of this thing.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to get metal shavings inside here and etc. etc.
Come on, Friday, your magic.
You wanna try it?
I think you're gonna have to drill that out.
Hand over to the fat lady's scene.
It's like just less than what you need it to be.
Right?
Yeah.
Usually. Ooh. Something hit me?
Nope.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
I don't think we're gonna be able to get that.
Yeah, you had a good grip on it there.
I don't think anything's coming off.
No.
If this isn't stronger than this bolt, it's not gonna do anything.
All that drilling and it only made that little hole?
So we didn't really have much luck with the drill bit that, oh God, not the farting while I'm on camera. Come on now. Then go to the bathroom. Drill bit, not strong enough to get into that bolt. Tried my Dremel, which had a slightly stronger drill bit, but that didn't really work either. So we went to the store and we bought a couple new drill bits, one and a smaller extractor bolt thing. So hopefully these work, otherwise we're in trouble. Yes. Yes. Oh man.
Oh, thank
So after an hour and a half, we have gotten the bolt out.
Okay, so what did we learn here, Brent?
How's it going?
Now
it's great right
really
now.
good.
Did you come out here 2 minutes ago? Yeah, I didn't answer completely.
Oh, how'd you get the bolt out?
With
With the right tools.
the right tools and power of mind.
Ah.
And I prayed to Habab.
So, this tool, I don't know if I used it correctly, but it worked for me. We got a very strong drill bit, two very strong drill bits. Small one, and I don't know where it is, but it's slightly larger. Big enough so that I could get the end of this in there. Put it in, hammered it, and then you guys saw it, and I just turned it. Good stuff. Now we can put that thing back on. That was satisfying.
It really was.
That was pretty satisfying. All right, so I told you guys that I ordered a whole new bolt set for that cover. Well, it turns out that they didn't send me a bolt, and the only one they didn't send me was the one that's broken. So I need to contact them, get them to send me that one out. But we can still put the cover on. We can put all the other bolts in. We'll just have that one that we got to put in once it comes in. A smaller torque wrench for that because the torque spec on that one is only 12, and I also got to wait on the other bolt, and I don't want to torque anything down until I have that. So I just lightly hand tightened all of them. We'll just leave it like that and hopefully get that bolt in real quick. So the next thing we're going to work on is putting on the front sprocket and the chain and seeing how the alignment is on that. There's a beautiful first sprocket. So what I found out is that that sprocket is actually the right one for this bike. The only issue is that the problem we were having is that it's hard to get past this little tab here on the chain guide. This one sits behind it, but this one is in front of it, and it's hard to get it past that. That's the issue that we had. So I assumed that it was just not the right one since it didn't list my bike on the actual packaging. But it's the right one, so.
Fry's a genius, he knows how to get it on.
Yeah, Fry knows how to.
I've already gotten it on.
He knows how to get it on.
That's behind the scenes knowledge right there. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Show me your magic. I think you have it aligned correctly. There you go. There we go. There we go.
Who's the master? Come on, you can say it. These nuts. Let's try and get this chain on and then take it down the street for some sick wheelies, huh?
Yes.
Smooth that roll. Look at this. This is how you know you have good bearings.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Sometimes I take my finger, I put it in the sprocket, go like this, because that's how I roll. Sometimes I also tuck my head between my knees and rock back and forth. That's also how I roll. Holy Jesus, that chain is close.
Is it touching?
No, but barely. If you get that block in there, it might actually save it.
Wow.
Yeah, it's hitting.
The tire?
Yeah. But that's all it's hitting. And it's not really even hitting that much. And I think with a chain block, it might be just fine. All right, so this is a pretty short build week, but what we're gonna do right now, we only got 15 or 20 minutes. We're gonna see how fast we can install a TrailTech Vapor Kit. So TrailTech sent this to me. It is basically a little dash thing that will show you miles, the tach, the speedometer, basically everything that you don't have on a dirt bike because it doesn't come with an actual electronic dash unit. So we're gonna see how fast we can install that. Probably not super quickly, but we'll try.
Okay, so there's two things. This right here goes into the hose, and one of these radiator hoses. It goes right here in line. Now, you have pretty radiator hoses that you spent a good amount of money on, right? You don't want to cut those, so we don't want to use this. Now, what they do make, and I have this on my bike, is you have a sensor that slides into the fins right here of your radiator. So it just slips on in there like a inappropriate phrase I can't think of right now, instead of using this. So I say we buy that for $10 instead of cutting your hoses.
Let's do it.
Deal. This is your trail tech. This is for trail teching. I don't know what trail teching is. I'm not a trail techie.
Trail trekking?
Yeah. Trail trekking. This is it. This is your dashboard for a Supermoto.
And look at it, it's got the time on there right now. That's not the actual time. Basically has an internal battery. You don't actually need to connect this to the battery on your bike.
But the reason you want to hook it up to your battery is so that the backlight is always on for at night when you're driving, you can actually see your speed. Look at this, I know things.
Fry would know because he has that on both of your bikes?
Yep.
Yeah, he has a WR250F and a WR450F. Also, if you're interested in buying a WR250F or X, we both have them for sale.
This is a speed sensor. Remember that important bracket that holds the caliper out? This screws into that. Then you put this magnet, which is like actually 3 magnets right now. This replaces one of the bolts, either holding your rotor on, or you glue a magnet to your rotor, not the business end of it. But anytime this passes the sensor, it registers a speed.
Yay!
I'm traveling 146 miles an hour. Isn't that cool?
It is very
But
cool.
actually, it is important to note that you only want the magnet to pass over the sensor like this. You don't want it to go over it this way. So when you mount this, make sure the magnet is passing it like this and not this. This is the stuff that you don't want to get on your fingers, right? That cures me.
Fry.
Dude, it's a freaking magnet. It's a pain in the ass.
You just rip it off.
And it doesn't look like it's totally moving. Oh.
All right, so I'll let that cure overnight. Hopefully it's actually touching that and it stays put.
I mean, you could just leave it like that.
Hopefully that turns out fine. I will be finishing some other stuff off the rest of the week because Fry is leaving me.
You left me last week. You left me to fend for myself.
So this video will jump to me working on other stuff, but it will be another day. So I'm back, ready to do a little bit more work. Now it's been a long, busy week, so I probably won't be able to do much, but the one thing that I really want to make sure that I do is get this front fender cleaned up. So I started on this in the last video, and I just want to make sure that I get this perfectly cut up how I want it to be for a Supermoto fender. Now this is a Supermoto fender that Acerbis actually sells, so that can give you an idea of the difference between the two. This is the stock fender. It's an Acerbis fender, but it's the same stock mold. And I'm just cutting it down to be more like a Supermoto fender. I know I saw some comments from people saying I shouldn't have cut it, I should leave it long, but really, for a Supermoto, it doesn't look right with having a fender so long. Once you have the Supermoto wheels on there, it just looks weird. And this is the one that I cut on my WR, and I love how it looks. I think it looks real clean. Once it's in Supermoto trim, you just don't need that super long fender because you're not gonna have that dirt flying up from the tire. So here's how it is right now with the length. I actually think it's pretty good. I may eventually take it in a little bit, but right now I'm gonna leave it at the length that it is. I'm just gonna clean up the sides. Cut up, I think it looks pretty good. I like the shape of it. I know it might not look perfect just because of the lighting, how it is. It makes it look like this side is a little bit different, but trust me, that is the same. So I'm gonna put a sanding tip on the Dremel tool, and I'm gonna go to this and just clean the edges up. So there is the finished fender. I think it actually looks pretty darn good. Pretty darn good for something that I made myself. Obviously it's not gonna be as perfect as an actual mold, but I think I did pretty good. I know it looks a lot better than it did before, but I really, really like the shape of this. And I like the fact that it uses the stock fender, because it looks natural. It doesn't look like it was added on. I'm probably gonna go to this and cut that shorter, probably up to about that bolt. But yeah, I really, really liked how this turned out. So let me know what you guys think of that. There is a fender that I've been looking at. It's really expensive though, and I can only find it in Germany. But I'm gonna see if I can get it, maybe down the road. Not just yet though. I wanna run with this for a while and see how that works out for me. I like it a lot better than the one that I did for the WR, but then again, the WR has gotten a little bit scratched up over time. But I really like the shape of this. I like the angle. I actually really, really like this. Unfortunately, that's gonna be it for this build. I think it's actually still a pretty good build video length. I don't know, I'll have to see. I know we didn't get as much done as we usually get done, or rather it's not the major stuff that we usually get done. But really, that's what we have left. We just have little things that we gotta get done. And I have my regular videos and I have working out. It's tough. Like, I'm not holding out on you guys. I'm making the videos for everything that happens during that week. It's not like I have a finished bike and I'm showing you guys all the videos and just cutting it how I see fit. Like, I'm showing it to you as I build it, and what I build is what I have time for. So that's what we got done this week. I hope you guys still enjoyed the video. If you want to check out any of the other parts and see what we've done before, those links are down in the description along with the link to the playlist. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or if it helped you out. Share it with a friend who might get some use out of it. Hit that subscribe button if you're not subbed already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Remember, videos every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. See you guys.
Let's go!
Rain, rain, please go away.